So many conflicting reports surrounding Cody Rhodes going to WWE, AEW. We are going to provide another massive update. A lot of things that you guys are going to want to pay attention to in this video. Also, WWE NXT Stand and Deliver, one of the events I'm very, very excited for during WrestleMania weekend. But WWE just revealed some very interesting information that I found to be very, very odd. Also, Chris Jericho filing for some new trademarks. We're going to talk about it all in today's video. If you guys want more, you already know what to do. Don't forget to subscribe, ring that bell, all that good stuff. Let's talk about WWE NXT Stand and Deliver. WWE has announced that it will be taking place on April 2nd at 12 p.m. Now, this is a very interesting decision for WWE because NXT Stand and Deliver, it's going to be on a Saturday, the same day that night one of WrestleMania is taking place, and it's taking place at 12 p.m. That is just such a strange decision for WWE, and it's actually a conflicting issue because when you really think about it, WrestleMania weekend, obviously WWE is the reason why so many companies end up having like this whole weekend out of it. But WWE at this point is literally flooding the entire weekend with their own product between SmackDown, Hall of Fame, night one, night two of WrestleMania. As somebody who enjoys NXT and I want to go to WrestleMania weekend and I would love to watch Stand and Deliver because anybody who knows, I do enjoy NXT. I also want to see GCW and I want to see, Joey Janela's Spring Break, and there's all these other events that are taking place. I want to be able to see those, but WWE is pretty much holding down absolutely everything. It's just kind of conflicting. I don't like that business decision personally as a fan, that literally WWE, of course it's their weekend, but at the same time too, as a wrestling fan in general, there's so much that could be done, and I feel like everybody's kind of pulled in different directions in terms of making that decision. So for me personally, I find it to be a very weird time slot. If you're a fan, if you're not going to be there, but you're going to watch WrestleMania, you're going to watch wrestling in general, there is a lot of wrestling to watch that weekend. So any sort of plans of possibly going out or anything like that, I would say sound very unlikely, and that is just something to kind of keep in mind. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe even Monday at that point, you are going to be stuck with a whole bunch of stuff. And keep in mind, Impact and New Japan, they're also having their own stuff too. So it's not just WWE getting in the way of GCW, but they're also getting in the way of WrestleCon, New Japan, all these different events. I wanted to talk about Chris Jericho, the guy that has a million trademarks. He just locked down another trademark that he filed for, sports entertainer. I don't know why. I don't know why Chris Jericho is going for these trademarks, but one thing that I found to be very interesting here is the person that had filed these trademarks is the same person that recently filed for Cody Rhodes trademarks recently. So there is a connection there between the two. Obviously, they could just be using the same trademark lawyer or whatnot. That's not necessarily a big deal, but it is kind of funny that Chris Jericho literally every week is like trademarking something new. Is this going to be part of a character? Is this going to be part of the shtick that Chris Jericho has? I think we've seen some storytelling with AEW, and there's some conflicting stuff between Chris Jericho and Proud and Powerful and the Inner Circle. Are they breaking up? Are they not breaking up? I think Chris Jericho is getting prepped to turn heel. I think we're going to see a very, very big heel turn for Chris Jericho, and I hope it leads to something good. I would say because it is Chris Jericho and it is AEW, this is something to get excited about. Obviously, Chris Jericho being the sports entertainer, the sports entertainer, Le Champion. What else? I mean, he's got every trademark possible that you could think of. So, the fact that they're doing this, to me, it tells me that, Chris Jericho is doing this to embrace this new role that he is expected to have, which is totally fine. If anybody can pull it off, it is going to be Chris Jericho. It's time for Chris Jericho to get back into the top of the card. I think when Chris Jericho was at the top of the card, that's when I enjoyed most of his work in AEW. I have nothing against him versus Eddie Kingston. It's been pretty good stuff going back and forth in promos. I just feel like both guys could be doing something better right now. So once this kind of finishes up, I think we should be expecting this heel turn to happen soon. And who knows what other trademarks this guy will have. The Demo God is now the sports entertainer. He's now this. He's now that. The man with 1,000 holds is literally a man with 1,000 trademarks. So just some interesting stuff I wanted you guys to consider. I do want to give you an update on the Cody Rhodes stuff because this has been absolutely crazy. Shout out to WrestlingNews.co. Paul Davis posted this article. Basically, he just kind of brought a comparison between two different reports. So Bodyslam.net had reported something yesterday suggesting that the talks between Cody Rhodes and WWE have fizzled out, and there was hope from AEW that he could be brought back into AEW. Now, on the contrary, Dave Meltzer stated on the Wrestling Observer Forum that things are still on track, and as of 2 days ago, the plans for Rhodes to return to WWE were still on track. Also, Meltzer said the following on the Observer Forum: Vince McMahon didn't think they fizzled out as of 2 days ago. So, first of all, shout out to Wrestling News Co. for bringing both of these reports together. I want to talk about this, though, because I feel like this is a very interesting situation. And I'm not saying that Meltzer is trying to throw off the fans. Obviously, whatever is happening here with Cody Rhodes, I think it's being done on purpose, right? I think this information that is being spread based on Cody Rhodes, every single day we're hearing something different. Every single day we're hearing different types of rumors surrounding Cody Rhodes. And the reason why I bring this up is because this is actually very similar to when we were covering Bray Wyatt. If you remember on this channel, every few days there was updates on Bray Wyatt's situation. He's going to be here at Arthur Ashe. Oh, he's going to be here at, Full Gear. He's going to be here on Dynamite. He's going to be here and there. And, oh, he might actually go back to WWE. Oh, there was a lot of rumors. And this is literally no different. Somebody told me, they're like, is there a possibility that Dave Meltzer is trying to throw off the fans, by trying to swerve people, by making it look like Cody Rhodes is going to WWE? And I just genuinely don't think Meltzer would do this. I mean, you never know, but this idea that maybe Meltzer would tell everybody something different to help AEW pull it off, I just don't think that's the case, because every single reporter has at least come out and said, look, this Cody Rhodes stuff is not a work. Like, it's legit. Like, he actually left the company. So, of course, when you look at wrestling media talking about Cody Rhodes not being a work, I mean, it's pretty evident that everybody collectively is saying the same thing. What's interesting with Body Slam's report compared to Dave Meltzer talking about this, is it very well possible that Cody Rhodes could very well go back to AEW, run ROH, right? These are the rumors. This is what people have been anticipating. This is what people have been saying for a while. But when you have Meltzer say Cody Rhodes is going back to WWE, I'm not sure why AEW would like that type of information to be out there. Even if they were trying to work everybody, I can't see why AEW would want people to think that Cody Rhodes is going to WWE, because at the end of the day, we all saw how this helped WWE's ratings just a few weeks ago. When there was reports of Cody possibly showing up on Raw and WWE was teasing stuff, the ratings saw an increase of almost 2 million viewers, right? Like, they almost jumped from 1.5, 1.6 to 2 million almost, right? So from a business sense, it doesn't really make sense, but it is very interesting that the plans for Cody Rhodes to debut on Raw instead of WrestleMania, I mean, I think it's huge. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I'm very intrigued by this story. I'll keep you guys updated as we hear more. But right now, Cody Rhodes is reportedly going to Raw. That's what Meltzer is saying. Bodyslam.net is saying the talks have fizzled. Very, very crazy, chaotic stuff. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below.